It's time for the Alamo City Golf Tour Power Hour, featuring Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Mike DerManuelian. Let's go! Good evening, Alamo City Golf Tour. Welcome to the ACGT Tour Power Hour. Excited to have you all here with us. Tonight marks the end of the tour season. We concluded the season at the South Texas Match Play Challenge. Looking forward to talking to you guys tonight about the weekend, how it went, and just kind of highlighting the great things that happened and kind of the end results. And we'll talk a little bit about what's to come over the next few weeks as we roll into the holidays and what is to come January when we kick off 2023. Before we get into all of that, let's bring out everyone who you guys know and love. You guys are the ones who come here to see these guys. First and foremost, Dustin Hassan, what's going on, buddy? Happy Tuesday.
Yo, good morning. Happy Tuesday. What's happening, MD, ACGT Tour golfers? Another Tuesday night.
Beep. It is actually Tuesday night. It is not good morning. It's good evening.
It feels like morning. I'm so tired right now. It feels like morning still.
This whole thing, like this dark at 5:45. Yeah. I'm not functioning. I'm just not. It's bad. Love the hoodie. I'm glad we went twinsies tonight. Love it. Dig it. The South Texas Match Play Challenge team apparel. Gotta love it. Let's bring out our next guy. Let's see what Casey Graham is up to. It looks like Casey Graham is fireside. Good evening, Casey.
Good evening, everybody.
What's up, Viking?
What's up, DH? What's up, MD? Yeah, taking a little bit of a different approach of it tonight.
I like it.
Kind of matching the mood of how I feel after this last long weekend.
Love it.
So. Spoiler alert. All right. Well, I mean, I'm digging the whole vibe you got going right now. Let's bring out the man who needs no introduction. Travis Salkowski, what's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot, MD. Thanks as always for being here as our host with the most. It is Tuesday night, November the 15th. It is 8:34. Do you know where your kids are? Hopefully, Chris Espinoza is watching. Whoop, whoop. Casey Graham, Fireside, Dustin Hassan, the Hondo Internet, looking strong this evening.
Casey Graham reminds me of the old Undertaker interviews, like back when old WWF.
I was getting
the Undertaker, and that's exactly what Casey looks like, the Undertaker to me, right?
It's not Paranormal Activities. What's the movie like they're documenting themselves?
The Blair
Witch Project.
Blair Witch,
yeah.
Thank you.
That's
what I'm getting.
I'll tell you what, it looks so good. It looks like a virtual background. But it's not. Great. Yeah, it's really well done. Keep up the good work there, Casey. MD, Tuesday night. How the heck are you doing up in Austin, buddy?
I am doing wonderful. It's Tuesday night. I am here with three of my four best friends, and we're talking a little bit about the weekend and what happened at South Texas. But I'm doing good, man. How's your night going?
It is going well. I love Tuesdays. It's been a while since I've been back in the studio in the office. A couple weeks on the road at Disney World. Then we had a guest. I didn't get a chance to hang out with George before the Houston Amateur Golf Association swooped into San Antonio, and then we did live on the driving range with a team practice session last week. So. Back in the studio, feeling good, ready to talk about the South Texas Match Play Challenge this past weekend, ready to talk a little bit about the next couple weeks, and then ready to start talking about 2023, really. I love how you open the show, where the South Texas Match Play Challenge this past weekend is the last event of 2022. it's really kind of how I think about it as well. The playoffs leading up to the South Texas Match Play Challenge, and that kind of closes out the year. And now we're into the, I guess, what we call the off season, the holiday season, right? We have 6 weeks, 7 weeks off. And, that could be, wow. Boop. Special news alert. Casey Carnes watching. Back
if you need a partner,
for the 2023 season for sure. Casey Carnes currently soliciting partners right now, live on the air. Casey Carnes, free agent. What would he be in DraftKings right now? He would be, top 1, top 2.
I think for sure
it would be top 1.
Yeah, I think so.
It's funny you say that. I've almost got that complete as well.
Oh, terrific. I love that. I'm excited for that. But yes, I really do think South Texas Match Play Challenge kind of closes out 2022. We're going to kind of recap that, talk a lot about how that went this past weekend. It's kind of a somber mood going on the podcast tonight. It's always difficult. It's always difficult.
Despondent.
I mean, everybody watching right now knows that the Houston Amateur Golf Association won the 2022 South Texas Match Play Challenge over the tour at Olmos Basin Golf Course this past weekend, 13.5 to 10.5. So it was only a 1.5 swing. The guys did great, but I'll tell you what, it still, just sitting here talking about it feels like getting punched in the stomach, so we're going to talk a lot about that, and it's difficult to get ramped up to talk about losing, that's tough, right, Dustin?
It's a great way of putting it, right?
Yeah,
I'm excited to talk about losing. Right?
But then next week we'll talk about 2023 tour travels trip. Information is going to come out. We're going to talk about the winter banquet next week on the podcast, season-ending awards next week on the podcast, and then after that it's bam bam, and we're in December and it's the holidays, and we are talking 2023 all the time going forward. But MD, I will kick it back to you, and we can talk about this past weekend at Olmos Basin with the 9th annual South Texas Match Play Challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can do it a couple of different ways here. I have a video, just kind of some great pictures from Friday, from the weekend. Let's play that first. It's like 1.5 minutes, but a lot of good pictures, a lot of cool stuff. We'll watch it, and we can kind of... A lot of great pictures. I think we talk a lot about, it kind of sucks and it's tough to hype up getting talk about losing. But, I think on the flip side of it, it's something to, look at and something we grow from. But also we just got to look back and say, hey, we had a good weekend. There were things about the weekend that were really great. We had a lot of fun, a lot of great moments, a lot of great things did happen. It just didn't go our way. But I mean, starting from that first practice round to getting to have the show live at San Pedro is a great memory for us. Friday we're at the golf course all day hanging out. Thursday we're at the golf course all day hanging out, getting stuff done, and you just feel the air is electrified. Saturday morning everyone's ready to go at San Pedro and that first team breakfast. So a lot of great things about the weekend, really, I think.
Yeah, I agree completely. We were talking a little bit about it in the pre-show warm-ups, and a little bit yesterday. We were talking about it, and it was an awesome event. From course setup to the scheduling to the ambassadors involved to the assistant captains to the junior captains to the uniforms, to the team, to the food and beverage, to the whole location sheets. And the only thing about the weekend that sucked was losing, I mean, we can kick back and I know I talked to Dustin right after the last match was over, and we were kind of gathering on the putting green there on Sunday afternoon. And the final two matches came off the course, and those two matches we ended up losing full points in, but those matches on the golf course, when the second one went dormy, it officially gave Haga, Houston Amateur Golf Association, the 12.5 point. And we were kind of gathering by the putting green there at the end, and I went up to Dustin and I'm like, "Hey man, can we ask Bird to present the trophy? I'm gonna get choked up as much as I say this is for the good of the event, and this is awesome for Houston, and Houston needs a win, and Houston needs a win on the road, and it's the good thing for the tournament." It still feels like getting punched in the stomach. And other than that, I had a blast with the team, and they left nothing out there, and I'm so proud of everybody, and I'm so proud of the rookies on the team that went 2-0, Trace Davis and Morgan Graff. They did. I mean, they outplayed everyone on the team basically, and super proud of them, the way they handled themselves, the way they grew in tournament golf, and the way the team grew across in tournament golf and in camaraderie and in representing something more than just a score. It was really cool to see, all the way from the 9 rookies on the team all the way up to the veterans. Maybe some of the veterans kind of learned a little bit what it feels like to take an L there, and that's important too. And lots of growth. Super proud of the team. Super happy to be part of it. And sure, man. I mean, we can chalk up losing to an unteachable moment. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it circles all back around there for sure.
And Trav, you mentioned Haga. This is their third win. This is their first road win, I believe. Correct?
Mm-hmm. It is. That's correct. It is their first time in 5 tries in San Antonio. We were victorious twice at Brack and twice at Cedar Creek. And unfortunately, Olmos Basin didn't go our way. But I will tell you what, the course conditions were awesome.
Yep. Boy, the greens were great. The conditions were great. The greens were phenomenal. And shout out to the course conditions.
100%. Yes. I thought it was fantastic from start to finish. And I'll tell you what, Olmos Basin is a really, really good match play golf course, because there's not a ton of lost balls. I mean, listen, if you hit it in the creek, you hit it in the creek, right? But there's not a ton of out of bounds, and there's not a ton of native area that you're going to lose your ball in. Your ball's going to be in play a lot off the tee box. And that in match play gives you a ton of air off of the tee, right? Your ball's going to be in play no matter what. You can advance the ball to the green and have a chance, and especially in a net match play event, right? But I really, really like the way Olmos Basin handled match play for the whole weekend. I thought it was really good. 4-4 after Saturday in the 4-ball. That had never happened before. That is the 4-ball right there. That is MD on cue. Thank you so much. That is Saturday's leaderboard. Right there, there's rookie Morgan Graff and Steven Evans with a big win. Then those, I want to talk about those 2 tied matches right there. We'll come back and talk about those. And then Dustin and Sean, Dustin on camera with us right now, took a full point on Saturday. And then there's Trace Davis and Steve Robert with a win on the 17th hole for a 3-1 win there. That's 4-4 for us. Both of those tie matches, Casey, were Dormy 2 against.
Yes, both those matches came in at 16, 2 down with 2 to play. So, it was make or break. You got to go at the pin. You got to make the putt. There's no second putt opportunity there, and that's exactly what those teams did.
And I do have a video of Scotty Williams on 18.
I think that is one of the highlights from the tournament for me. I was involved in that a little bit. Scotty Williams, 1 down with his partner on the Ruben Ramirez was his partner on the 8. Scott. On the we're down 3 with 3 to play. Dormy 3. Thanks for watching, Scotty Williams. Let's go to Scott Williams' putt on the 18th. This is definitely a highlight of Saturday for sure for me. I mean, it's a great putt. It's a great putt. Can I ask a question?
Yep.
MD, did you edit audio in that?
I maybe made a heartbeat sound.
Okay, there. I was just gonna ask. Like, is the wind like a perfect tiger heartbeat? I mean, what is going on? Okay, I'm just making
we can hear your heartbeat through your phone camera. We need to get you to a doctor.
Listen, there was moments this weekend where it was like that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Sando had a putt this weekend on 16 that I was doing that as well, and Dustin had a putt on 16 as well. We won't talk about his chunk chip, but his par putt that he had on 16, that was the same situation there.
I mean, that was not a chunk chip. That was there was no green to work with there. It's a hard green.
No
chunk chip.
I saw more big putts drop this weekend at Olmos, and I saw Dustin. I was posted up at 6. I watched Dustin make a huge putt. I watched Scotty Williams make a huge putt. I was watching the Haga guys
Ruben made a huge putt on 6.
Yep, Ruben made a big putt on 6. There was a lot of putts dropping this weekend.
Evans made a 20-footer on 9.
Yep.
Sean Sexton made a 15-footer on 9.
On Saturday, Scott Williams just made that comment in the comment box. Jason Sandoval dunked it for eagle on the first hole.
Screw with your guy
on Saturday. Yep, buckets. Deuces.
Welcome to San Antonio.
Eggle.
Welcome to Olmos Basin.
It's been a long time since I've holed out for 2 on a par 4. I don't think I could.
You did it at TPC. You did it at TPC earlier this year. Remember, on maybe 11 or 12 Oaks.
Yes, that was not a segue into that. I really forgot. I guess.
I mean, it doesn't happen that often. I don't think we had. I think we had two happen in one day at Northern Hills. I think we had my holdout for Eagle and someone hold out on 10.
Albatross.
Yeah, for the Albatross, yeah.
Was that the same day that Aiken had a hole-in-one, or was that a different time we were at Northern Hills?
I think that was a different event.
We had 2 hole-in-ones at Cedar on the same day.
On the same hole?
Year, I believe.
That
same hole, same day.
I think it was a couple years ago now.
A couple years ago. And the second one was for the walk-off.
Yes.
Jesse Allen, I can't remember
Jesse,
the second one.
CJ Gomez.
CJ Gomez was the second hole one. I don't remember who Jesse Allen's partner was, but it was to walk off Sean Vidal and Dustin Weldon, I think.
He may have been playing with the governor.
Maybe.
But I mean, back on track. A lot of big shots. We had a lot of great shots and a lot of great golf played this weekend.
It was.
I mean, it really was. I mean, it was a lot of good golf. We got to watch a lot of cool things happen. We got to watch, I got to watch Morgan for a couple of holes, and I mean, she was just kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really super proud of Morgan Graff.
I think we need to shout out to, her caddy as well. I think from what I saw from Friday's practice round, I mean, Greg was really, I haven't seen or heard a better caddy during the match, and it was just crazy. It was incredible.
Their teamwork from start to finish was fun to watch.
Yeah,
I think his presence was, obviously she's got her stuff figured out, but I think in these matches, especially when it's tight or when you're holding that lead and you're down the stretch, I think Greg was the best presence for her, and just made it.
And the experience with the team helps too. He's got experience, so he was able to pass that along, which that was awesome.
Yeah, and it can be a busy week. It can be overwhelming, and I thought she handled herself from start to finish really well. I thought she repped the logo and the sponsors really well, and clearly she played 13 holes of golf each day. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? She wins the award for least golf holes played with 2-0 victory. So
that's why she had the energy to go to San Pedro on Sunday night.
she hit balls. I made that comment that she practiced more than everybody else on the team put together. She was practicing Sunday night after the event was over. She got a great swing. It's come a long way, and it is pretty fundamentally sound. When she gets some core golf strength under her belt, she's gonna be. I was sitting there on 6 talking to George Harlow and a couple of the wives from Houston that were out there, and they were all like, "Don't repeat it," but we're all rooting for Morgan. Yeah, they were.
They were all excited for Morgan.
They were like, "Morgan, we got to root for the girl. We got to root for the girl." But really, really happy, really proud of Morgan. And then if we switch subjects there, talking about Morgan as from our perspective, from an operator perspective, I mean, she made the tour better this year. I mean, she made the tour better this year. She made us view it from a different perspective, expanding the equity across flights all the way to the South Texas Match Play Challenge, and the tour is better for it. So thank you, Morgan, and you had a great weekend, and it was awesome to be part of.
Shout out Greg Graff for having a baby.
Woo!
I want to ask Dustin. From the 4 of us, Dustin was the only player. I want to kind of get. I want to kind of get an inside the ropes type take from you from the weekend. playing the Saturday partner event with Sean and then playing your solo, how, did it get intense at moments? Was it just kind of casual? I mean, how was it? I mean, if you want to start with Saturday.
Yeah, so first of all, I think, the conditions were great. The greens were great. The holes were in some good spots, and it was really set up well for the match play. So I want to start off with that. And, was it intense? Hell yeah, it was intense. I mean, I love that introduction on the first tee. I love that first tee box set back there against the putting green, hitting through that chute there on number one, the trophy in the background, on the table with the tent, people standing around looking. I mean, it's hell yeah, it's intense.
I mean, there were 45, 50 people at the first tee box there in the core of the tee times on Saturday. I 50 plus people on the first tee box there with your name over the loudspeaker. I mean, that's got to be, whoo! I'm getting goosebumps thinking about you getting goosebumps.
Yeah, it was great. And, Sean and I had a good match. It pretty much was one up most of the time. It was close. So there was really no easing off. We ended up winning 2-1 on 17 there, but it never really got more than one up. It was tied most of the match. Sean was rolling the putter great on Saturday. If he had to make a putt, he buried it. I mean, he was rolling the rock on Saturday.
That's where that 15-footer on 9 came from.
That 15-footer on 9, that gave us the lead going into the back 9.
Let's continue analyzing Dustin here. As long as we have a player interview, this is gonna turn sharp. I love it. So 4-ball match Saturday. Sean buries the putt on 9 to go one up. You lose 11, and then you make a bogey on 12. And all of a sudden, you're one down for the first time in the match. What do you guys say to each other on 13 tee box? Because you birdie 13, you birdie 14, and Sean net birdies 15 to win three holes in a row. Bam, bam, bam. After 2 consecutive losses. Walk us through that scenario a little bit.
I'll tell you exactly, and I specifically remember it, Trav. I was walking back there, and I looked at Sean, and I said, "Listen, the closing holes out here at Almas are no picnic. So nothing to panic about right now." And those 2 guys that we were playing, they get up there and blast 2 drives right down to the neck. I mean, they hit 2 solid drives. Sean gets up, blasts one little just left of the cart path, and I bleed one right, and it's right of the cart path. It's almost dead, and I hit a miraculous punch shot under the trees through the trap. It pops up. It literally goes to 4 feet, maybe 3.5 feet. So we make birdie there. We make birdie on 14. Sean makes another great putt on 15. 4 for 3, and
you made
that birdie on 13 was sick.
You made like a
Bird saw that
16
punch. I mean,
to tie the hole.
That was a par putt to tie the hole. We made what we needed to coming down the stretch, and on 13, Bird saw me. So MD and Bird were standing there, and one of the Haga guys is in the trap. He hits it out, and he's got 20 feet for par and just buries it. So all of a sudden, my 3.5 footer for birdie, the hole goes from this to like this, So, but I got up there, I just kind of stroked the center of the hole, and it went in. But,
all right, I have a question.
Yeah.
Same.
You're on the left, you're on the right side of the cart path, but the left side of the creek off the tee box.
Correct. Yes.
And you're punching under the tree line.
To the right of the bridge.
Correct.
And into the bunker. And up out of the bunker.
That's right.
Onto the green to
That's exactly right.
Okay, terrific. Can you tell us what you were trying to do in that scenario?
Listen, I swear on anything that's the only shot I had. There was no, I couldn't go up. I mean,
Wow.
you guys know me. I'm not a high ball hitter. There was no going up.
I mean, if I'm playing,
it was either going to hop through the trap or it was going to stay in the trap, and then I got to get up and down from the sand trap.
That reminds me of the time Casey Carnes hit that shot on 17 at Willow. I know Casey's watching right now. That's where I was going with this. So I know he was trying to do that. Dustin, sounds like it was a great shot, great birdie. It got you going, and that fueled you to the full point there on Saturday.
Hey, Dustin.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
Is that so? That was word for word what you said to Sean, huh? On 13.
Pretty much.
Okay. That I mean, that seems pretty calm. I mean, if you'd have heard what I told Lucas on on hole 14 last year in Wildcat, MD'd have to mute my mic probably. We have different ways of talking to our competitors.
Casey's means of motivating are very aggressive. I can't tell you how many times I got the sorry not sorry text message. Like, hey, listen, Trav, I'm doing it this way. Sorry not sorry. And he's definitely the intense one for sure. But yeah, DH calmly goes out there. Listen, these last couple holes are really hard. Let's get it now. Skank to the right.
Listen, honestly, I mean, we were swinging well. We were hitting the ball well. Number 12 green. It was by the time it was just battered with the wind. It was hard. It was fast. We let a couple putts get away with us. So losing 12. I mean, yeah, you could kind of lose it. Could kind of get nerves could come to you, but. Sean and I are both veterans on the team. Sean's been on the team before. I've been there before. We've been down in matches before. It's never really over in match play. So we kind of use that to our advantage, and we won the next 3 holes. Boom, 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 and the rest is history.
And shout out to Sean too. He had a good shot on 13 too. I mean, he left his birdie putt that short. He just wanted to make sure Hassan got credit.
That's right. Good teamwork. That's good teamwork. Dustin, we're still grilling you about your weekend. Let's talk about your Sunday singles win. 2-0 for the weekend for you. What does that bring your 6-year 12 match total to? What's your record in the South Texas match play?
So this is the first time I've gone 2-0 in a South Texas match play, and that brings my record to 7-5-1.
Years, bud.
7-5-1.
7-5-1.
That is a career winning percentage. I mean, that's terrific. I would love to have a Casey Graham podcast in the future where we just talk about records on match plays, and he tells us who's made every match play, and I'm sure the list is.
Well, I've got everybody's record up to this tournament already.
And I would love to do hole-in-ones. I'd love to have a Tour Lore Master special edition. I think that would be cool here in the off season. I think that'd be great. But I was looking at your scorecard from Sunday, and you birdied 12 and you birdied 14. You birdied 13 on Saturday. You won in this particular round. You won the 9th hole. You won the 10th hole. A blip on 11, but then 12, 13, and 14. I mean, this middle part of the golf course at Almost Basin treated you well on both of these scorecards. Walk us through your, what is that, a 5-4 victory?
4-3. And I'll tell you what it was. So I jumped out to, I was 2 up after 2 real quick, make a dumb bogey on 5 and give that one back. And then I get to 6 and MD was standing there, and all of a sudden I've got a footer breaking hard left to right to tie the hole to stay 1 up, myself from losing back-to-back holes. And I'm talking to MD over there, and he's telling me he's seeing that putt all day, and he gives me a great read, and and I buried it. And that jump started me. I mean, that really jump started my round to stay one up after 6 right there.
How far was that
I
putt?
don't think it was about a 10-footer downhill, breaking hard left to right. Honestly, I don't think I missed another putt the rest of the round. I made a solid putt on 10 to win the hole. On 12, I knocked it to 4 feet back into the wind. It was probably my most pure iron shot of the day. Made that birdie. 14, I drove it 3-wood up to the front of the green, chipped it up, for birdie. And then I made about an 8-footer for par on 15 to win the match. I think Casey was there, saw that. So I mean, honestly, it was from number 6 on. Talking to MD there, making that putt, seeing that fall in, I didn't miss another putt the rest of the round.
Holy smokes, that's awesome.
Awesome. That's really cool. See, look, we just have MD play some videos, and we talked to Dustin, and all of a sudden we forgot that we lost there for the last 10 minutes.
We definitely need a South Texas match play story time. I love this. I love this a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Next week.
Yes, I love it. It's great. MD, do we have pictures of Houston there at the end? Were they in the slideshow?
I have.
There's the 2 teams together. That was in the slideshow. That's the tour team on the right in the navy, and Haga in the left on the red.
Let's see. I got.
Oh, look at the captains there with that's George Harlow, the captain of Haga there in the middle next to Jason Bird, and then Randy McKay, the assistant captain. He played this year. He qualified for the team. This is just after they won on the putting.
Yeah, I don't mean to confuse anybody with the red pants, but there is a story behind why I wore those. And it's not the story that you think.
So we're gonna put that story to bed. I tried to order red pants.
It's not that story, I promise. It's a different.
Yeah, we're gonna put my red story to bed. Fun fact: I ordered red pants for the team for that outfit, but there were so many sub sizes. We chose not to go with the red and went with the light gray instead. Yeah. But MD, can you find the picture? I saw an Easter egg during your video. I just want to point it out. This is a good one. Of the meeting on Saturday morning where you are talking. Do you have that picture standalone?
Yeah, let me search.
This one's great.
Oh yes, with Bird.
Yes, it's so good.
Wait, okay. I know. Okay, I know. I saw it.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so funny. And I'll set the stage. This is perfect. This is team breakfast. This is a team meeting, and MD's giving
first year as captain
is giving a pep talk speech right now.
And Travis just put him on the spot. Just put him on the spot.
And he's doing great, and everything's great. And I just wanted to show how much attention Bird was paying at this time. I thought
super engaged.
Thank you for pulling that up.
Oh man, that's
to his defense, he changed his flights so he could be back in time for that breakfast and catch Sports Center.
The 2 most important things about that morning.
What a photo.
Oh man. Hey MD, I know we were getting the DH player side of it, but I wanted to swing it over on your end. And I can also ask Travis this too, but mostly want to ask you, first time as a captain, first time part of South Texas match play, officially. And from the outside of the ropes, I mean, how was your take going through, not only Saturday morning breakfast, but Saturday match pairings and then the singles events? I mean, I know on Sunday you were running around, hopping around. So, I mean, what's your take?
I was knee deep in it first thing Thursday morning. I think it really started for me first thing Thursday morning. Like I was with Travis first thing. I was at the course with them all day. We were getting stuff done and knocked out. Same thing on Friday, and kind of just getting a feel for the buildup of it all. And then our team dinner on Thursday was great, all those things. And then Saturday kind of comes and it's, it's go time. And for me, as an advice giving captain this year, Saturday was more for me just to kind of be there in a supporting role to answer some rules questions, offer a little support. But I think Saturday, everyone kind of working as a team in their groups they were kind of supporting each other. You have guys that have been there for a while that don't necessarily need me. You have rookies that were asking questions. You have some people who have caddies that they're leaning on heavily. So for me, I was just really enjoying on Saturday watching the players come through, cheering them on, getting excited. And for me, I mean, it was just fun in the sense of that strategy and seeing, okay, what do we have to get done? Sunday is when it really kicked in, and I think I had the most fun. I mean, again, we've sat here and told these funny stories, and at the end of the day, you forgot that we lost it. Sunday was the most fun I could have possibly had, minus getting to play. I posted up at 6. I wanted to have as much visibility to everyone as possible. So posting up at 6, I've got 4 tee box. I've got fairway on 5. I've got green on 6. And it's singles matches. So, if they don't have a caddy or they haven't seen the hole come through yet, I can say, hey, take an extra club. Hey, this is how the greens are rolling, how they're moving. I got to sit there and just watch a lot of people hit some really fun shots, and then get to actually be a voice of support. Like for me, that was the most fun thing, was just getting to say, hey, do you want help reading the screen? Hey, do you want some advice? And be able to produce something that actually supported people. Like for me, like DH making that putt, that was freaking awesome. I had Scotty make a big putt that we read. Scotty made another big putt that I helped him read. And I about blew out my shoulder on my fist pump because I just you just get so excited. It was the same. It was actually, I did it again when he did it on 6. I was just so excited to watch that stuff drop. I'm like, and you just get so into it, and you're just so excited for these guys. Cause it's, at the end of the day, they're the ones who got to go produce the shot.
Right.
And for me, just being able to be involved in general in the whole thing. The experience was amazing. It was great working with the other captains, getting to hang out with you guys and getting to strategize and getting to do all that kind of stuff. It was just it was an overall great experience. It was a good time.
Yeah. And I think it was good this year that we had, as many captains and junior captains that we had to kind of spread across the course. I know you and Travis were posted up on a different tee box. Then we had Jason Bird on a different tee box, and then myself on a different tee box. So I know we didn't come out victorious, but I think it was probably comforting possibly for the rookies to just see us all over the course. I don't know. At least that's how I would have taken it. Maybe it put more pressure on them. I don't know, but if I'm out there, it's nice to see the captains out there running around too.
Yeah, and I think it's also understanding the level of involvement they want from us. There are some guys. There were a couple of guys who were coming up and asking those questions. There's some people who they'll say hi. Some people were just zoned in and didn't want to talk, and that's perfectly fine. But just to be there and, hey, rules question, cool, get to step over and help out with that. Hey, what's this doing? Go over and help out with that, and just be there for those guys and let them go out and play their game, but be able to offer them the support and just the general encouragement. I think that those fist bumps coming off the green, those extra couple of claps off a good tee shot, it builds you up a little bit more. It gets you a little bit more energized, and it, it just makes the experience better for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm sure glad you guys are there, because I'm thinking about printing cart signs and pace of play and painting lines, and man, you guys are and Casey, you hit it right in the head. The junior captains and the assistant captains being all over the golf course for the players. Everywhere you turn, it's just hey, I'm not alone. It's a team competition. I'm not out here by myself. There's a captain. There's an ambassador. There's a junior captain. There's Trav. I mean, I think I loved it. I loved it this year.
Yep, absolutely. But
all right. So let me tell you the little story behind the red pants. And it's not the story we've heard before with Jason Bird and Travis having their thing. So the story behind the red pants is
their thing. It was a life crushing moment.
So the story behind the pants is
years later.
I was looking at it as a captain, leading their troops into battle, and I want to take those shots from Haga so that my guys behind me don't. And I wore the red pants kind of to hide the blood from the shots that I'm taking, because I don't want my troops to see me bleeding on the battlefield. I want them to push forward with me.
Get me my red shirt.
This is
so that's
like Tom
that's
Brady saying the NFL season's like a deployment.
That's right.
Wow.
Not what you expected, I know.
That's some deep stuff right there, everybody.
Yeah.
That is Fireside with Casey Graham, a new segment on the Tour Power Hour podcast. Fireside with Casey.
Thanks, Bird. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I was about to say thank you, bro. I'm going to put it up. Damn.
Get him his brown pants. Oh, that's the joke, right? It's the red shirt and the brown pants. Okay, that's what I thought. Wow. Okay, MD. What else do we got to talk about?
I think that kind of summarizes the weekend in general. Again, like I said, I think in between the fact that we didn't come out victorious, we can walk away with 100 different great stories, a lot of good memories, and I think
really
there's
cool
a fire that's been. I don't think anyone walked off the green after photos and handing off the trophy. I don't think a single person, captain or player, didn't have a fire lit under their ass and a burning I'm ready for next season. I'm ready to go to Houston and take back that trophy.
I agree completely. I heard a lot of people say, man, I want to come back. I want to make the team again. I want the trophy back. We're going to take it back in Houston. A lot of cool, positive vibes, even afterwards. You're right. And I know that's exactly how I feel. I know we were joking a little bit afterwards about how I picked some of the singles matches, and I did a pretty poor job on the singles match side with picking the way so circling back to the fire being lit, like, man, I can't wait until next November and I could choose singles matches again. It's just like, oh my goodness. So the way we do the pairings is the host team sends half of the 4-ball matches, so 4 4-ball matches, and 8 singles matches to the other team. They pair against those, and then they send the remainders back. So the way that I did the pairings this year, my first 4 selections on the singles matches, and my first 4 selections that I sent to Houston, and then the first 4 selections that I made coming back from Houston, my first 4 picks of each round, what have you, I was 0-7-1 in as making those matches. So I have a fire burning as well. I can't wait to pick singles matches again. Normally, singles historically, we haven't played well in 4-ball, and normally historically in singles we play very well. We perform very, very well, and that just ultimately was our downfall, was our singles matches. And listen, I'm going to kick back, take full responsibility with my 0-7-1 record in my first half. So I'm excited to get some new numbers from our stat master, Jason Bird, because I made those pairings based completely on the information he gave me.
Wow. So if we really dive deeper into it,
yes,
Jason Bird.
Yeah, it's all Jason Bird.
And unfortunately, he's not here to defend himself.
I don't know where he is.
He's probably watching ESPN somewhere.
Yeah.
Can we just crop that and make that like a little snippet?
We're gonna put that. You know what? We're gonna be selling that T-shirt. It's just gonna be the
that
cutout of
T-shirt,
Bird.
the Bird,
yes,
but facing away,
facing anything.
And
like
I want that picture, and then above it, I want it to say "Stay focused."
Yes.
Oh gosh, that's so great. MD, I'm going to kick it back to you. I've got the end of 2022 stuff to roll through, but other than that,
that's really all I got. I think we had a kind of a cool announcement. I don't know if Casey wanted to kind of take the lead on that one.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we were all finished with the South Texas match play. I thought, once we close on that, I think this final announcement would be pretty cool.
I think that's awesome. MD, can we put the picture of Houston up again, and let's give them their official round of applause?
Yep.
Let me find that.
There. We can clap for them too.
Which one did you want?
The team.
The team there.
The team with the trophy.
I mean,
with the 14 Haga guys.
I don't. Here, let me find it real quick. I'll put it up.
Okay.
Let's just look. We can look at this one until you get that one up. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they seem like nice fellas, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even think I saved that picture.
Oh well.
That's my bad.
Well, let's just go to the 2-team picture then, and we'll that everybody is present in.
Yeah, there we go. That is both teams right there. This is our official announcement with the final score of 13.5 to 10.5. The Houston Amateur Golf Association brings home the Champions Cup, the Challenge Cup, in the 9th annual South Texas Match Play Challenge held this year at Olmos Basin. Congratulations to the Houston Amateur Golf Association, captained by George Harlow and Randy McKay. This is their first road win and their third win overall, bringing the series total Tour 6, Haga 3, 6-3. Congratulations, George Harlow and the Houston Amateur Golf Association.
Yeah.
I'm officially done talking about that. If you are, MD, that was fantastic.
I'm in 2023,
well done.
baby.
Great video. Thank you to everyone who was on that team. This year's team was team members Dustin Hassan, Scott Williams, Sean Vidal, Willie Nichols, Jeremy Semlinger, Ruben Ramirez, Sean Sexton, David Thomas, Stephen Evans, Tyler Cook, Morgan Graff, Trace Davis, Trevor Bailey, who turned professional yesterday, Steve Robert, Rick Hoinsey, and Jason Sandoval rounding out the team. This year's junior captains, Chris Espinoza, Dustin Weldon, and Joey Gonzalez. This year's assistant captains, Casey the Viking Graham and MD Mike DerManuelian, and the 2022 captain of the ACGT Tour team, yours truly, Travis Salkowski. And that officially puts a book on the 2022 Alamo City Golf Trail Tour season, the 10th season, in the books.
Yep.
Wow. That's awesome.
And I do want to give a shout out to some of the ACGT Tour guys who did come out and cheer on the team as well.
Heck yeah, I thought that was really
We had
cool.
Bart Wilson, Jeremy Jaramillo came out.
Brian Dishman was there. Brad Gilbert was there.
Came out,
Tons of other family, friends, spectators. There were tons of people around the putting green. There were tons of people around 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 on Sunday watching those matches. It was really
We
really
even
cool.
had fans come across the pond.
Yes.
And watch it.
Yes. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was an awesome weekend. It was an awesome experience. Full of unteachable moments. I tell my daughter all the time, failure is the greatest teacher. By no means was the weekend a failure. I'm just one blip on the radar there, maybe just an overall loss. And we'll come back stronger for it. So, MD, let's close the books on the South Texas Match Play Challenge, and let's go to you and Casey with this evening's special announcement.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Casey have it. This was Casey's brainchild, and
I don't want to screw up the title of the tournament. Can you help me out with that?
I can. Let me pull it up via my email from my sign up.
So those of you that don't know, right after our South Texas Match Play this past weekend, Cedar Creek of the Alamo City Golf Trail is hosting.
So it is the 30.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the 33rd annual San Antonio Open Golf Championship.
Yep. And we found out that there were several of the ACGT Tour guys playing in it. So we wanted to take a second and, shout them out and wish them good luck, as well as our most recent turned professional, Trevor Bailey. He's going to be competing on the professional side of it. So good luck to him. And then I thought that, with the up-and-coming future ambassadors that we have throughout the year that we've had this year, and, I felt like the tour podcast crew, all four of us, including Bird, could do something special for one of our future ambassadors. And I know he's going to be around for a long time, but we want to sponsor pay entry to the tournament this weekend for Mr. Chris Espinoza.
Woo!
So Chris Espinoza,
Woo! Heck yeah!
on our tour podcast, little sponsorship. I'm not good with words, but we would like to pay your entry into this weekend's tournament as a thank you to. Just kind of a thank you to what you've done this year. And there's so many other people that have helped. But I thought this would be kind of cool. So
we agree. We agree completely. Good luck, Chris Espinoza. Congratulations. We hope you go out there and kick butt in the San Antonio Open at Cedar Creek this coming weekend. Casey called me yesterday and kind of ran me through the idea here, and I was 100% on board with it. We talked to MD and Bird and Dustin, and we gave Casey the thumbs up, and everything Casey said there about Chris Espinoza is right on point. Great. Oh, watching. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, guys. I'm so honored for y'all doing this for me. We're the ones honored to be able to do it for you, Chris. Thank you so much for your help this past weekend. Thank you so much for bleeding the tour. And
we know you're going to go out there and rep the South Texas uniforms and represent us pretty well. So that's what we're.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll all get paired together. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, good luck, everybody. I'd love to see a list. Can we see a list on the Facebook page?
I think tee times come out Thursday. So
okay, perfect.
We should be able to poll.
I was talking to Casey about this yesterday when we were talking about Mr. Espinoza. I love referencing San Antonio Open, TGA events, state events. I know we followed Casey Carnes at the national level this year, and a little bit of Claudia Ramirez at the national level for a bit. But I think it's really important to point this out. The tour is so local and the competition level so good that sometimes we kind of overlook the tour as a stepping stone to regional and state and national levels. And the San Antonio Open, MD, did you say 30, 35? 33rd year in a row. It's a big golf tournament. There's a pretty good purse on the professional side. The amateurs side pays out a ton of places. It's a really good event, and it is always the weekend after the South Texas Match Play Challenge, and always the weekend before Black Friday weekend. So lots of good golf here, and we want to shout out those players. Wish everybody good luck, and special good luck, extra good juju to Chris Espinoza.
Absolutely. Awesome.
All right,
well,
MD.
Trev. Well, I think we're kind of at the end of the run here. I think we're going to take this and turn it over to Travis. I know he's got some closing thoughts for the season and some just stuff he wanted to highlight. So we'll pass over to Travis and we'll call it a night.
Right there. Got the little butterflies in the stomach. Closing a season right there. Closing a year. Closing a calendar year. Closing the 10th year of the tour as we know it. This is the last show. This is the last podcast of 2022 in my mind. When we come back next week, we're going to start talking about tour travels. In 2023, we're going to start talking about the winter banquet, where we launch the spring and the 2023 calendar season. And then the week after that on the podcast, we should have a pretty big announcement and officially kick off the 2023 season. With that being said, special thanks are in order to a lot of people, so bear with me. First of all, foremost, it is the Alamo City Golf Trail Tour. Special thanks to the Alamo City Golf Trail and all of its courses. Andrew Peterson, the CEO and president, Kevin Molyneux, the director of operations, Jake Snaman, the director of agronomy, and Ruben Ramirez, the director of marketing. That's the executive team upstairs with the Alamo City Golf Trail. Special thank you to the Alamo City Golf Trail course managers. They're the ones who manage the tee sheets, check golfers in, day out, pull carts, clean carts, pull flag sticks, fill water jugs, do all of that good stuff. Special thank you to all the course managers at the courses we play. And a special thank you to all of the golf course superintendents on the Alamo City Golf Trail. Those guys go above and beyond every time the tour comes there. They always do everything they can to give you guys the best possible course conditions, from double cutting and rolling to laying back irrigation to not cutting the rough. Maybe sometimes, I don't know. Some of the crazy stuff we ask them to do, they always figure out a way to get done and give us the best possible conditions, from Mission del Lago to Cedar Creek to Olmos Basin to San Pedro driving range. We always have rock star course conditions, and thank you to those guys. Thank you to everybody for this past weekend that was involved, from the captains and assistant captains and junior captains to the players and the Houston Amateur Golf Association, and to the entire staff at Olmos Basin Golf Course and San Pedro Golf Course. Jesse Lopez, Javi at San Pedro, thank you guys so much. This past week's was awesome. It is really, the South Texas Match Play Challenge really is the entire marketing strategy of the tour, right? It's the culmination of all your hard work. And thank you so much for putting that all together on the course level, operational wise, this past week. Thank you so much to those course managers and course staff. Thank you to our sponsors. There are 3 of them for the 2022 year. Special thank you to Sean, Sexton, and Goosehead Insurance, the Sexton Agency, the presenting sponsor of this year's regular season. Rick Hoynesy and Elevated Logistics, our South Texas Match Play Challenge sponsor from this past weekend. Rick and Sean, thank you so much. You guys are there financially for whatever the tour needs. Thank you so much for being as involved as you are. Congratulations, guys, both on the team this past year. The tour presenting sponsors going forward for 2023. They've made a large contribution for that. Thank you so much. The tour wouldn't be where it is today without their sponsorship the past couple years. Our 2022 ambassador crew. This is a big box on my sheet here. From the bottom of my heart, the ambassadors on tournament day, tournament in, tournament out, always there, from starting to marshaling to picking up tee markers and filling water jugs and passing out water bottles. Thank you so much. Truly took the tour to the next level this year, allowing the executive team to do what they do, from scoring and rules and all of the other stuff that the executive ambassador team have to do. The ambassadors handled the daily operations and really elevated the tour to the next level. Special thank you to our 2022 ambassadors, Jason Sandoval, Stephen Evans, Sean Vidal, Greg Graff, Micah Carroll, and Laura Lewis. Thank you so much to all you guys do tournament day in, tournament day out. I mean, from start to finish. I'm going to interrupt myself there. MD, Dustin, Casey, I know you're on mute. Chime in. Did I miss any ambassadors on that list? That is... No?
I think we got everyone on that one.
Perfect. And then the last box here on the bottom right corner of my notes, I actually made notes today. You can see them. Normally I don't do that. I just hold a blank piece of paper in front of me, but today I had notes. The Alamo City Golf Trail Tour, the tour executive team. I wanted to take the time and say a special thanks to these guys. They really are the tour. They're the ones who hold it together. They're the ones who bounce ideas left and right. And I'm turning into just the guy who talks too much on Tuesday nights. They're the ones who really hold it together from start to finish across the board. Mike DerManuelian on the screen with us right now. He is the tour director of content and media relations and the podcast producer. Thank you, buddy, for all you did this year. Casey, he is still with us down there. There he is. That is epically awesome. I love that.
What an entrance.
He is the senior ambassador and lead ambassador and the tour historian and stat keeper. Thank you for all you do.
Thanks for making me sound smart.
Well, you are the heart and soul of the tour, and you make us all better day in and day out with how much you care. So thank you for that. Dustin Hassan up on the top corner of the screen. He's got tons of acronyms. He is the TCPP, the CDO, and the DAC. He is the tour chief people person. He is the chief data officer and the director of asset control. He's got so many titles. He's the guy in the end of every tournament there who's keeping track of all the scorecards. He's talking to every single person. He's socializing with he's the chief people person. He's the chief people person. That's what he does. And then what nobody else sees is he takes all of the tour assets that it takes to run a tour event, and he consolidates them all every week, and he gets them in the tour van, which is not an easy task. And so thank you so much, Dustin, for everything that you did for the tour this year. And
I will say MD made that task a lot easier over the last couple months.
That was definitely the best purchase of the year, was the Milwaukee Packout system. And he is not here on camera with us right now, but Jason Bird, he is the executive vice president of the tour and the assistant tour director. He does so many information and data tasks behind the scene, from logo generation and website design to all the databases and emails and newsletters and all of that good stuff. So Jason Bird, a round of applause for you in a 100% not passive aggressive, honest communication.
Absolutely.
So yes, thank you guys, everybody on the list from top to bottom. The Alamo City Golf Trail Tour, the home and authority on amateur golf competition in the region, closing the books on 2022 and getting ready to start 2023 with a bang in a couple weeks. Thank you guys for watching. MD, I'll kick it back to you. That is my official note section, and I'm back to winging it.
Well, guys, that is all we have for you tonight. But I think it goes without saying, but we're going to say it anyways. Travis, appreciate all the love for us and what we do for participating. But again, the tour doesn't exist. The face of the tour, the energy that this tour has, and what brings people back every week is you. I think I speak for the entire ambassador group. I think I speak for all of our players when I say thank you for everything you've done this year, everything that you do behind the scenes, and the things that are coming up over the next few weeks that we'll get to talk about. Bigger and better, but it's you driving the bus, and we're all enjoying the ride, my friend.
Well, thank you so much. And I'll tell you what, no matter what, the tour, this product, the home of amateur golf competition, the four guys on the screen, plus Jason Bird, we are not going anywhere. We are here to stay. We are going to continue to create as many open and equitable golf tournaments as we possibly can in South Texas for as long as we possibly can. So thank you to all the customers who played on tour this year. The tour does not exist without you guys. So thank you so much for playing. And we will see you real soon. MD, all yours, buddy.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Guys on the screen, Jason Bird, love you guys. Appreciate it. Hell of a 2022 season. Did some things that have never been done in the 10-year history. Looking forward to that is, again, it fell, and I'm so perfect.
What a way to end the season.
That's perfect. We're done with that.
Close the door.
We're done with that. I just wanted to unveil my Craig Counsell jersey behind me, I guess. I barely touched it. Barely touched it.
But hell of a 2022 season. 2023 is, if you guys can believe it, shaping up to be crazier, bigger, better, faster, stronger, anything you can think of. There's a lot of stuff coming up. It's going to be great. Looking forward to talking to you guys more about that. And looking forward to officially be in the 2023 season. Next week is the official kickoff, and we're going to get to it. But guys, everyone out there tonight, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the 2023 season, aka next Tuesday.
Woo!
Have a good night, everyone.
Like and share the Facebook page.
Like and share.
Have a great night.